There's a silent conversation happening in kitchens all over the world right now. It's between a man and his coffee cup. And it's not about his to-do list for the day. It's a much more personal question. Will my body show up for me today? If you're a man over 50, you know exactly the conversation I'm talking about. It's that moment of doubt, wondering if the vitality and certainty you used to wake up with are gone for good. I'm Dr. Shelley, and as a urologist, I've spent more than a decade helping men find the answer to that question. And what I've discovered is that for thousands of them, the answer has been hiding in plain sight, right at the bottom of this very cup. So, before you take your next sip, let me ask you this. What if I told you that the very drink you rely on to start your day could be the key to either accelerating your decline or powerfully reversing it? The difference has nothing to do with the coffee itself. It's about a simple system, a secret my patients have been using for years to reclaim their mornings and their confidence. It's not about a new pill from the medicine cabinet. It's about what you put in your cup from the kitchen cabinet. Stay with me because I'm about to show you how to turn your biggest morning habit into your most powerful asset for performance, even at 80. Now, when I say put this in your coffee, I want to be very clear. This isn't one single magic ingredient. This is a system. It's a blueprint for turning your simple morning coffee from a basic wake-up drink into the most powerful, all-natural tool for men's vitality you've ever had in your hands. And before you have any doubts, please know this isn't some internet rumor. Everything we are about to discuss is grounded in real, peer-reviewed scientific research. More importantly, it's grounded in the real-world results of men, just like you, who I've guided in my practice for years. So grab your cup and let's talk. First, before we can fix the problem, we have to truly understand it. We have to name the enemy. Your enemy isn't the number of candles on your birthday cake. Your enemy is a set of 3 silent saboteurs that have been working behind the scenes, inside your body, for years. The first and most damaging is the blood flow bandit. Imagine the vast network of blood vessels in your body as a system of highways and roads. An erection requires those roads to be wide open, especially the smallest country lanes, to allow for a massive rush of traffic. But for many men, especially as we age, our diet and lifestyle introduce something called glycation. It's a fancy word for what happens when you have too much sugar in your blood. Essentially, your blood becomes thick and sticky, like syrup. This sticky, syrupy blood gums up your vessels. It's like pouring molasses into your car's engine. This glycation process acts like sandpaper on the delicate inner lining of your arteries, causing damage and inflammation. And which vessels get destroyed first? The absolute tiniest ones, the ones smaller than a human hair that are responsible for feeding your penis. When those go, performance becomes unreliable at best. The second saboteur is the nitric oxide thief. Now, if you learn nothing else today, remember these 2 words, nitric oxide. Nitric oxide is the master key for erections. It's the chemical signal that your brain sends out that literally tells the smooth muscles in your arteries to relax and open wide, allowing blood to rush in and create a firm, lasting erection. When you're in your 20s, your body produces this stuff in abundance. But here's the stark reality for every man. After the age of 50, your body's natural production of nitric oxide can drop by as much as half. That means the signal is getting weaker. The call to action is only coming through at 50% volume. It's no wonder things aren't as reliable as they once were. And that brings us to the third saboteur, the hormone heist. For decades, we were all told that a low-fat diet was the key to health. We swapped butter for margarine and ate fat-free everything, thinking we were doing the right thing. But here is the biological truth. Your body manufactures testosterone from cholesterol and good, healthy fats. They are the essential raw materials, the logs for the fire. If you've spent years on a low-fat diet, you might have inadvertently been starving your body of the very building blocks it needs for hormone production. A plain cup of coffee gives you a temporary energy spike, but it does nothing to provide these fundamental raw materials. It's like revving the engine of a car that's running on empty. So, we have sticky blood gumming up the pipes, a weak signal telling the pipes to open, and a shortage of the raw materials needed to run the entire factory. It sounds bleak, I know, but the good news, the wonderful news, is that we can fight back against every single one of these saboteurs, starting with your very next cup of coffee. Let's arm your coffee cup with our 5-star performance fuel arsenal. We're going to target each saboteur directly. First, to defeat the blood flow bandit, we bring in cinnamon. Now, I'm not talking about the sugary cinnamon you find on a cinnamon roll. I'm talking about pure, powerful cinnamon powder. Just a quarter to a half teaspoon is all you need. And a crucial pro tip, if you can find it, always choose Ceylon cinnamon over the more common cassia cinnamon. The cassia variety contains higher levels of a compound called coumarin, which can be tough on your liver if you're using it every single day. Ceylon is much gentler and safer for daily use. So, why is cinnamon our #1 soldier in this fight? Because it is nature's premier blood sugar regulator. Study after study has shown that cinnamon can reduce fasting blood sugar levels by up to an incredible 29%. This directly fights back against that glycation, that sticky syrup blood we talked about. It keeps your blood flowing smoothly and protects those delicate microscopic blood vessels from damage. But that's not all. Cinnamon contains a powerful compound called cinnamaldehyde. This compound has a gentle warming effect on your body that helps relax your blood vessels, a process called vasodilation. In fact, it actually helps your body produce more of that all-important nitric oxide, the very same molecule that drugs like Viagra target. One of my patients, a 58-year-old contractor, told me that adding cinnamon to his coffee was the difference between needing a nap after lunch and powering through his afternoon jobs with steady energy. Plus, it makes your coffee taste absolutely fantastic, like something you'd get from a fancy cafe. Next, to bring down the nitric oxide thief, we recruit cocoa powder. And again, I need to be specific. We are not talking about sugary hot chocolate mix. We need real, unsweetened cocoa powder, the kind that's dark, rich, and almost black in color. Just 1 teaspoon stirred into your coffee can create a profound change. Here's why. Cocoa is absolutely packed with antioxidants called flavonoids. These flavonoids do one critical job better than almost anything else. They directly boost your body's production of nitric oxide. Remember how I said your production drops by half after 50? Cocoa helps you reclaim that lost production. The science here is undeniable. One major study published in the Journal of Hypertension found that men who consumed cocoa daily experienced improvements in blood flow that were comparable to some prescription medications, but with none of the side effects. We're talking about a 30% improvement in how well their arteries could open up and expand. Think about that. That's a massive increase in the strength of that signal. Beyond the physical, cocoa also supports your mental game. It contains compounds that can gently boost your mood and focus, which, as we all know, is half the battle when it comes to performance. It turns your coffee into a delicious, sugar-free mocha, and it's an incredible source of magnesium, a mineral that most men are deficient in, and which is crucial for testosterone production. Now, for our third ingredient, one that supports your hormones and helps defeat the hormone heist. This is maca powder. This one might be new to you. Maca is a root vegetable that grows high in the Andes Mountains of Peru in incredibly harsh conditions where almost nothing else can survive. The Peruvian people have used it for thousands of years, even calling it Peruvian Viagra. But it works in a much smarter way than a drug. Instead of just forcing a temporary physical reaction, maca works as an adaptogen. This means it helps your body adapt to stress and regulate its own hormone system naturally. Maca doesn't contain hormones. Instead, it nourishes your hypothalamus and pituitary glands, the master control centers for your entire endocrine system. It helps your body make more of its own hormones, leading to a sustainable, long-term improvement rather than a quick, temporary fix. The studies are impressive. One study from 2009 showed that men taking about a teaspoon of maca powder daily for 12 weeks reported significant improvements in both desire and performance. You add a teaspoon to your coffee, and it gives it a pleasant, slightly nutty, almost butterscotch-like flavor. One of my patients, a 64-year-old retired teacher, described the effect of maca perfectly. He said, "Dr. Shelley, it was like someone came along and slowly turned the lights back on upstairs. Everything just felt clearer, more focused, and I felt more like myself again." The effects build over about 2 to 3 weeks, but they are real and lasting. To continue our fight against the hormone heist, we bring in a surprising but powerful ally, coconut oil. I know putting oil in your coffee sounds strange, but please hear me out. When you blend, and blending is the key, a teaspoon of coconut oil or MCT oil into your hot coffee, it emulsifies and creates a wonderfully creamy, rich drink that is incredibly satisfying. But the magic isn't in the taste, it's in the science. Remember, your body needs good fats to produce testosterone. Coconut oil is a fantastic source of special fats called medium-chain triglycerides, or MCTs. Unlike other fats that have to go through a long digestive process, MCTs are sent straight to your liver and are immediately converted into clean, usable energy. But more importantly, they provide the direct raw materials your body has been craving for hormone production. Studies have shown that men consuming MCTs can have significantly higher testosterone levels than those consuming other types of fats. Furthermore, the fat in the coffee slows down the absorption of the caffeine. So instead of that jarring spike of energy followed by a crash an hour later, you get a smooth, steady release of energy that can last all morning long. This keeps you focused, full, and prevents the cravings for sugary snacks that sabotage your health. Finally, our fifth ingredient, a true powerhouse for circulation, ginger. You can use a small slice of fresh grated ginger or a quarter teaspoon of ginger powder. Ginger is like rocket fuel for your circulatory system. It contains powerful anti-inflammatory compounds called gingerols that help open up blood vessels and get things moving. But here's the most incredible part. Recent studies have shown that ginger can actually increase testosterone levels by protecting the testicles from oxidative stress. I know it sounds a bit strange, but think about it. Your testicles are constantly under assault from heat, pressure from sitting, and environmental toxins. All of these things create stress and can lower testosterone production. Ginger acts like a protective shield for your testicular function. One landmark study showed a 17.7% increase in testosterone levels in men after just 3 months of daily ginger supplementation. In your coffee, it adds a warm, spicy kick that wakes up your entire system. It's a wonderful, invigorating way to start your day. Okay, I've just thrown a lot of information at you. You're probably thinking, am I supposed to turn my kitchen into a science lab every morning? Absolutely not. The key to making this work is to keep it simple. This isn't about perfection, it's about consistency. So here is my official Dr. Sheely blueprint, your simple 30-day action plan to get started. I want you to promise me you will follow this one golden rule. Start low and go slow. More is not better here. Loading up on all 5 ingredients on day 1 will likely upset your stomach, and you'll quit before you experience any of the benefits. We need to give your body time to adjust. For week 1, your only mission is to add a quarter teaspoon of cinnamon to your coffee every morning. That's it. Just do that one thing. At the end of the day, just take a moment to notice your energy levels. Are they a bit more stable? Do you feel less of an afternoon crash? For week 2, continue with the cinnamon. And now add 1 teaspoon of cocoa powder. You're now creating a powerful 1-2 punch that targets both the blood flow bandit and the nitric oxide thief. Pay attention to your mood, your focus, and your overall sense of well-being. For week 3, let's introduce the hormone support. Continue with the cinnamon and cocoa and add 1 teaspoon of maca powder, but just 3 times this week. Try it on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. This gives your body time to get used to it. The effects are cumulative, so be patient and notice your overall stamina and desire. Finally, in week 4 and beyond, it's time to customize. Experiment by adding either a small slice of ginger for that spicy circulatory kick, or blend in a half teaspoon of coconut oil for that creamy, sustained energy. See which one your body prefers. I want you to track your progress. You don't need a fancy journal. Just use the Notes app on your phone or a piece of paper on your refrigerator. Every day, rate your energy on a scale of 1 to 10. Note your mood, note your workout performance, and of course, note any changes in those morning situations. After 30 days of this consistent, gentle approach, I am confident you will see and feel a difference that will make you want to continue. Most men who follow this plan end up making it a permanent, effortless part of their morning routine. Gentlemen, I need you to hear this loud and clear. Decline is not a normal part of aging you have to accept. It is the direct result of your body being deprived of the right fuel and the right signals for decades. You have the power to change the formula, to rewrite the script, starting tomorrow morning with 1 simple scoop of cinnamon. Your body is still capable of incredible things. Sometimes it just needs the right raw materials to do its job. So here is my call to action for you today. I want you to drop a comment below and tell me, which of the 3 saboteurs do you think is affecting you the most? Is it the blood flow bandit with blood sugar issues, the nitric oxide thief with weaker performance, or the hormone heist with low energy and desire? Naming the enemy is the very first step to defeating it, and sharing it helps you know you are not alone in this fight. And if you take this 30-day challenge, please come back here and share your story. Your experience, your success might be the one thing that inspires another man to take that first brave step for himself. If this video has been helpful for you, please hit that subscribe button for more real, practical talk about men's health after 50. This is a safe space with no judgment, no embarrassment, just practical advice that actually works. And please, share this video with a friend or a brother who might need to hear this message. Sometimes the greatest gift you can give someone is information that empowers them to change their own life. Until next time, I'm Dr. Shelley, reminding you that small, consistent changes always lead to big, life-altering results. Your best years are not behind you. They are waiting for you to fuel them properly. Stay strong and stay vital, gentlemen.